Hello, hello, my beautiful students. How are you today? Hope that you are pretty fine. Okay, let's start with all the topics that we have for today. And also, we are going to be having some tips in order to continue learning English, okay? For that reason, here we go. Yes, only during this week, we are going to be having this dynamic. And depending the topic, we are going to continue with other tips that I have here for you, okay, in order to be helping you to learn and to continue learning English. Well, first of all, let's go with our PowerPoint presentation for today. And let me see where it is. Excellent, here we are. Very well. Let's start with our English class. And let me tell you, as yesterday, that is it's a real pleasure to have you here. It's super good to see you guys, girls and boys, one more time. And welcome back to your English class. Hope that you are pretty fine. Hope that you are having a wonderful week. Hope that you can have a wonderful day. Remember, if you need anything, please let me know. I'm going to be helping you. Well, let's continue with this that I have for you. Chan, 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 chan. I'm afraid, I'm scared. On your marks, ready, set, and go. Yesterday, we were mentioning that tongue twisters are going to be super useful when we want to practice our vocabulary or pronunciation, and also when we want to work or develop fluency. For that reason, I got this for you. Basic info. What a tongue twister is. A phrase that is difficult to pronounce quickly and correctly. Note, you will get enough time to read each tongue twisters, and if you need more time, pause the video or play the video in a slower way. Okay, some tips. It will be great fun if you play this with your friends, family, or relatives. You can be playing broken telephone, repeating the tongue twister quietly to the person next to you and see what turns out in the end. See how quickly someone can say or kind of do this challenge. Okay, ready? Let's practice pronunciation. 1, 2, 3, go. 4 fresh fried fish. How can you pronounce it? You need to say it fast 3 times. 4 fresh fried fish. 4 fresh fried fish. Another one, you can do it. Which is which? Which is which? Which is which? You are going to be pronouncing round around the ground. Round around the ground. Say it fast 3 times. Round around the ground. Round around the ground. Round around the ground. Faster. Eddie edited it. Eddie edited it. Eddie edited it. Oh, edited. Eddie edited it. Stupid superstition. Stupid superstition. Stupid superstition. The stupid superstition. Stupid superstition. Truly ruler, truly ruler, truly ruler, truly ruler, truly ruler. Your thumb. Truly ruler, truly ruler, truly ruler. Cricket critics, cricket critics, cricket critics, cricket critics, cricket critics. Ready? Cricket critics. Oh, here you have here sticky skeletons, six sticky skeletons, six sticky skeletons, six sticky skeletons. Say it fast 3 times. Do it better than me, please. Road roller, load loader, load roller, load loader, road roller, load loader. Black and brown, black and brown background, black and brown, black background. Oh my goodness, it's typical. Which one do you like most? This is not the tongue twister. This is the last one. Which one did you like most? Okay, don't subscribe to this channel if you don't want, don't worry. It's interesting, isn't it? ¿Qué crees, guaperrima y guaperrima? Aquí tienes tu tag question or question tag. It is interesting, isn't it? It's interesting, isn't it? What do you think about these tongue twisters? Easy or difficult? Kind of, right? Well, these are going to be some tongue twisters that can be helping you in order to practice your yes, pronunciation and also fluency. Oh my goodness, you are going to be an expert if you practice with this. So here you have other ones that is going to be easier because you are going to be having it here without a limit of time. How can you pronounce this tongue twister? Tell me. Yes, she sells seashells on the seashore. Shh, the sound. Shh. She sells seashells on the seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore. Excellent. She sells seashells on the seashore. Yes. Try to do it. Try to do it by yourself. You can, you can. You can do it. You can do it. Ready? She sells seashells on the seashore. Try to do it faster. She sells seashells on the seashore. Seashells on the seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore. Faster, 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 faster. As fast as you can. Very well. Or for example, yes, you can have this. Mr. Tongue Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twist and twist to learn the letter T. The sound of the letter T. Mr. Tongue Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twist and twist to learn the letter T. Gosh, I know, but you can do it. You can do it. Mr. Tongue Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn and twist and twist to learn the letter T. And you can learn it by heart, okay? Try with this. Also, if you need extra tongue twisters, we can have this in order to practice the sound of the regular verbs in past. Yes. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where are the pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Now it's your turn. Try to do it. You can do it. One more time. Come on. You can do it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where are the pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Kind of, something like that, something like that. You can do it, you can do it. Try to do it. It is going to be helping you a lot with this. Bueno, let's go here. You are going to be having an extra video that is going to be helping you with this. Sorry, that was the same one. My other video is here. Or if you are going to be emphasizing the sound of the letter B, you can try with this. Try it. How can you do it? How can you pronounce it? A big bag, better little biddle, but the little biddle, big bag, bag. What? A big bag, big, better little biddle, but the little biddle, big bag, bag. You can do it. Try to do it. Emphasize the sound of the letter B. A big bag, big, the little beetle, but the little beetle, bit, the big bag, but. A big bag, bit a little beetle, but the little beetle, bit the big bag, bag. Easy or difficult? What do you think? Kind of, right? Try it. Let me show you this video also, where you are going to be finding
Goanna Learning presents Tongue Twisters.
Tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters are a fun way to improve your pronunciation and help you become fluent. Let's start learning the top 5 tongue twisters to practice your English language skills. Remember, you have to repeat each tongue twister 3 times as fast as you can. Number 5. Blue bluebird.
Blue bluebird.
Let's try repeating that tongue twister 3 times together.
You can do it.
Blue bluebird, blue bluebird, blue bluebird. Great job.
Blue bluebird. Blue.
Number 4.
Number 4.
She sees cheese. Let's try repeating that tongue twister 3 times together. She sees cheese. She sees cheese. She sees cheese. Did you get that one? Number 3.
Number 3, you can do it.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Let's try repeating that tongue twister 3 times together. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? That one was a bit more difficult. Number 2. 6 sticky skeletons. Let's try repeating that tongue twister 3 times together.
3 times, we can do it.
6 sticky skeletons, 6 sticky skeletons, 6 sticky skeletons. Great job. Let's go to the next one. The toughest tongue twister in the world. Number 1. Pad Kid poured curd, pulled cod. Let's try repeating that tongue twister 3 times together. Pad Kid poured curd, pulled cod. Pad Kid poured curd, pulled cod. Pad Kid pulled cod. That one was a little too tough for me. How did you do? Don't forget to keep practicing. Want to keep learning? Goanna worksheets available at goannalearning.com.
What do you think? Were they easy or difficult? They were kind of difficult, right? At the beginning. But well, that is just the beginning of this. Let me tell you that as I was mentioning, practicing tongue twisters are going to be pretty useful. Really, you want to improve your vocabulary? You want to improve your fluency? You want to improve your pronunciation? Try to use these tongue twisters. They are going to be super useful. Try to learn one at least every week and practice every single day till you can do it faster. Okay, start first of all slowly in order that you can pronounce correct in a correct way each word. Okay, try to do it correctly, but step by step, slowly, and then when you can pronounce in a correct way each word, try to do it faster, and then try to do it faster, and then try to do it faster. Okay. Excellent, very well. Now let's continue with this that I have here for you. Bravo. Hey. But now let me tell you something. One activity that is going to be very helpful for you is watching movies, but in English. Okay, when you have the opportunity to watch movies in English, you are going to be learning a lot of phrases. Okay, in order to use those phrases and further conversations. And if you are going to be using subtitles, try that the subtitles can be in English. Okay, as I was telling you, you are going to be learning a lot of phrases that are going to be very useful when you are going to be having conversations. Okay, but let me tell you something. You can do this the first time that you watch a movie. It's okay, try to see that movie in English, but with your Spanish subtitles. Okay, the subtitles could be in Spanish, but you need to try to focus on the pronunciation of the words and in the context. Look at the context, read the subtitles. Look at the context, read the subtitles. Try to listen to the pronunciation of the words that you are reading. During the second time, it could be in another day. Now you are going to change the dynamic. You are going to see the movie, or you are going to watch the movie in English. Yes, we can just watch and see. We will see the difference. You can watch the movie in English, but the subtitles has to be in English. Yes, the subtitles have to be in English because you are going to be practicing your listening at the same time you are going to be practicing your reading, and you are going to be learning new words, new phrases, new structures. But also, as you already know what the movie is about, it is going to be easier for you to understand and get the idea and to learn vocabulary and phrases, okay? And there is going to be a third time, okay? The third time, you are going to watch the movie, but without subtitles and in English, okay? Yes, because you already have one with subtitles in English, another with subtitles in the first with subtitles in Spanish, the second with subtitles in English, and then finally you already have everything because you already know the context. Okay, that could be a super tip. Well, for that reason, you are going to practice your listening today with this video that you already know. Ready? This is going to be from a real context.
Darling, you want to come to the movies with us?
He can't. He's working.
What? Liver failure? He's my mother, you're my doctor. Oh, I assume you finished reading Lord of the Flies for your book report?
Uh-huh.
Oh, good. How'd you like it?
I thought it was a timeless American classic.
I see. So tell me, what's it about?
Book?
What's it about? What's it about?
Yeah, the book.
It's called Lord of the Flies, and it's about a really big fly that all the other flies pray to.
Pray to.
You thought he didn't read it?
Oh, it's just true. It's more like Charlotte's Web, but from the fly's point of view.
Jake, you've had one week. Well, why didn't you read the book?
I've been waiting for inspiration.
I've been waiting
Attaboy.
for inspiration.
Okay. How's this for inspiration? We're not going to the movies, and you're not doing anything else until you finish reading that book.
That's not fair.
Of course it's fair. We had a deal, and you didn't keep your end of it.
Oh, so not two wrongs make a right?
Hey, you didn't see that one coming. Take it. You're really gonna like this book if you give it a chance. It's about kids stranded on a deserted island.
How they get straight?
Deserted,
Their plane crashes.
deserted island.
Really? Never happens.
Well, this one kid named Ralph becomes their leader, and they form the society. And just read the book.
That was the first one.
And this is my office.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor for women.
What do you do with them?
I deliver their babies.
Deliver?
When the woman has the baby inside of her, then I go in and I take it out.
No, you don't. Everybody knows that the stork brings the baby.
Who told you that?
My daddy.
Okay. Well, the stork puts the baby inside of the mother, and then I go in and I take it out.
The stork brings the baby to the hospital, drops it in the bassinet.
Sing it.
So you say that the baby is not inside the mommy. Then why is it that the mother gets real big?
Because she eats a lot of food.
Now let me get this straight. You say that the stork carries over, puts the baby in the bassinet, and the mother is real big because she eats a lot of food.
You got it.
I see. Well, then why is it that the mother has to go to the hospital?
The stork brings the
Spirit.
baby to the
Spirit.
hospital, drops it in the bassinet. The mommy goes to the hospital and gets it.
If the stork does all that, why doesn't the stork just bring it to the mommy's house?
Because too far, his wings will get tired.
Where does the stork get the babies from?
Heaven.
Okay. There's a zillion, skillion babies in heaven. How does the stork know what baby goes with what mother?
On in the line. You know, like, go to the bathroom and get a number.
When I put my hand on the mother, I could feel things moving all around.
That's not a baby.
What is it?
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining it to me.
You're welcome, but you still didn't tell me what you do.
I'm in charge of gas.
What do you think? Which one was easier? The first one or the second one? The second one, right? Because they were speaking like in a slower way. Let me tell you that these videos are from real TV shows, okay? They are coming from the real TV shows from the United States. And well, if it was a kind of difficult for you, don't worry. Just you are going to be having these videos. You are going to be having other links that are going to be helping you a lot to practice your listening. Tell me, what was the first video about? You need to try to explain it in 1 minute at least, okay? Now tell me, what was the second video about? Okay, you need to try to explain it at least for 1 minute, okay? Yes, because you're going to be practicing all your skills today. You were having speaking, pronunciation, listening also. So if you do really need or you want to improve your speaking, that is going to be one of the most important skills, try to explain these videos, try to explain everything that you are living, everything that you are saying, try to explain everything. Doesn't matter if you need to invent, that's okay for this moment or during this moment, because we are practicing speaking fluency. And remember that you are not going to be translating, okay? You are going to be thinking in English. Excellent. Very well. Now, my dear students, let's continue with this that I have here for you. Chat, 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 chat. Oh my goodness. What are we going to be having? This. Now, let's continue with tag questions, okay? We are going to continue with our yesterday's topic. And you remember, right, that we were having different situations, but now we are going to continue with this part. Well, this is the next slide from yesterday's presentation, okay? You can do it, you can do it. Now, what do you remember about yesterday's topic? Yes, we were talking about tag question or question tags, but we were saying that we are going to be having different situations, right? With this topic, it is easy, but at the same time, we are going to be having some exceptions. Let me tell you something. When something that is going to be pretty important is this: the verb in the statement is a modal verb. Here we use the modal verb to make the question tag. So yesterday we were saying that if we don't have the auxiliary verb, we are going to be looking for the correct tense and making use of the correct auxiliary verb. When we have this kind of modal verbs, it is going to be easier for us. Why? Because we already have the auxiliary there, and it is going to be easier. Ya sabes, te lo intentamos explicar así de a gotitas para que vaya quedando. Bueno, when you are going to be having a modal verb, we are going to be using that modal verb in order to make the question. Remember that the short question that we are going to be having at the end is going to be the tag question or the question tag. They could hear me, couldn't they? Affirmative, negative. Oh, won't. Future. They won't tell anyone. Will you? Sorry, you won't tell anyone. Will you? Negative, affirmative. Excellent. The same modal verb is going to be here. This is easy. When you have the modal verbs, you are not going to be suffering. The difference with the ones that doesn't have the modal verb and that we need to be looking for the tense and what is the modal or what's the modal verb for each tense. Well, the auxiliary. Now, let me tell you something. If the main verb, I mean the principal one, verb or auxiliary verb is a verb in the statement is the positive question tag is am I? But the negative question tag is usually aren't I? Yes, this is one of the most important things that I needed to show you today. When we have the verb to be with in affirmative, it is going to be am I? But in negative, we are going to say goodbye to am and we are going to use aren't I? Yes, I know that maybe you are saying, no, come on, but the verb to be is unique. Remember, I am, you are, she is, he, it is, we are, they are. Yes, but here we are going to be having this exception. Do you remember, for example, when we were talking about conditionals? That we say, if I were you, if I were you, I were you, that we were saying, no, come on, it has to be if I was you. But that was going to be sounding so informal. Well, that is going to be similar here. This is going to be a super exception that you are going to be having, okay? You are not going to be saying, I'm not I, or not am I. No, we are going to be having here. I am never on time. Am I? Yo nunca estoy a tiempo. ¿Lo estoy? ¿O sí? I'm never on time. Am I? Negative sentence. Positive or affirmative tag question or question tag. Be careful. Affirmative sentence. I am going to get an email with the details. Aren't I? Or I am a doctor. Aren't I? I am or am in my house. Aren't I? Always we are going to be having aren't I when we have negative question tag. Okay, and that I have the verb to be. I cannot say amn't I or something like that. No, that doesn't exist. Okay, and that's why we are not going to be having contractions in negative. Remember, we are not going to be having contractions in negative with the verb to be I am. Remember, I can say she is not or she isn't, and that's cool, or she's not. She is not, she isn't. We are not, we are not, we aren't. But with the verb to be I am not or I'm not, that's the unique contraction that we are going to have. That's one of the reasons why we are going to be making, we are going to be using aren't I, because we don't have a contraction for negative verb to be with the first person of the singular, I. Exactly. What do you think? Told you that we were going to be learning different things. And in this case, we are having this. Let's talk about exceptions. As this, for example, I am lucky to be alive. Aren't I? Everyone is looking you. Aren't they? Let's hike in the mountains. Shall we? Don't forget to let me know. Will you? I know. Be careful. Won't you? This or that is so dangerous, isn't it? These or those are brave men, aren't they? I know. They are confusing, right? Let me tell you that you are going to be learning each one of these exceptions. And you are going to be having the reason of each one exception. We already know the first one, no? I am lucky to be alive. I cannot say I'm not I. That doesn't exist. As that contraction doesn't exist, I need to look for another contraction. Maybe I can say, isn't I? Isn't I? What do you think? No, that doesn't sound so good, right? Aren't is going to be helping us because remember that are is going to be having the opportunity to adapt more personal pronouns or more subjects. That's another reason why we are going to be using are and I, because are can afford to have more people inside him or her. Well, let's continue with this in order that you can know the reason of each one exception. But be careful, okay? Be careful. So let's start first of all with this. Let me place my face here. Positive or affirmative question tags. Remember that a question tag, or remember that question tags are used when asking for agreement or confirmation, okay? We are going to be asking for agreement, or confirmation when we are making use of a question tag. When you have a negative statement, you are going to be having a positive tag. And then the opposite with the affirmative statement, you are going to be having a negative tag. Little by little. Por eso es que me ves tan tranquilón en estas clases de que, a ver, porque tiene que ir quedando poco a poco. You aren't a teacher. Are you? We are right. Oh, he isn't crazy. Is he? Oh, he wasn't relaxed. Was he? Look at the tense. Look at the tense. They weren't late. Were they? These are easy because the same verb that you have is ideas is going to be the auxiliary verb. Okay. You are going to be using this in order to ask the question. You don't need another one, okay? In order to create a question because you have everything inside. In the other hand, we are going to be having this situation. You don't speak French, do you? You didn't study for the test, did you? The subject has to have a relation with the one in the question tag. Okay, here this is easy because you have only personal pronouns, right? Subject pronouns. Try to do it with names, with other people. My friends doesn't speak French. Do they? Or for example, here, you haven't, that's why we were practicing the different tenses. Now you are going to be able to get the information with these tag questions, because with the question tags, we are going to be making use of all the tenses, okay? So, you haven't been here all week. Have you? Which one is my modal verb? Haven't been, because remember that this is present perfect. And with present perfect, the most important modal verb is going to be have, okay? Not the second verb. No, the one that is important here is a modal verb. You haven't been here all week. Have you? You hadn't done it before. Then, had you? Look at this. Hadn't, had. You won't fail the exam. Will you? You can't drive a car. Can you? We mustn't say anything. Must we? You shouldn't be so busy. Should you? You couldn't stop me. Could you? What do you think? The negative ones are easier because you already have the auxiliary verb here, and the only thing is that you need to do is to use it in your question tag. And indeed, as we were saying, we can use tag questions in each tense. Don't worry about that, okay? But we are going to be having some statements that they are like sentences, right? But sometimes remember that the statement is not complete. But when you have some statements where you are going to be using words like barely, hardly, neither, no, nobody, none, or nothing, or also seldom, they are going to be having a negative feeling, if I can say it in that way. If you have all these words, they are going to be having like a negative feeling, okay? Or a negative meaning. Exactly. Nobody went to the meeting, did they? Nothing is ready, is it? What do you have here? Can you see the difference? The difference is that I have a word that has a negative meaning. Nadie. Tu sentido de la oración es negativo. No tengo un auxiliar que diga don't or doesn't or didn't or won't, pero tengo mi sujeto de la oración que tiene un sentido negativo, que está diciendo ninguno, nadie. Y porque tengo estos sujetos o este vocabulario que tiene un concepto o un sentimiento o un significado negativo, no negativo de que qué negativa, sino de que está diciendo que no, entonces es como en el presente simple que te decía yo, ya no le pongas la S si ya le pusiste el das, porque el das ya tiene ahí la S. O en el pasado cuando te decía, ya no le pongas el pasado al verbo si ya tienes el didn't de la negación o en la pregunta, si no sería doble pasado, doble presente. Va a ser lo mismo aquí, ¿ok? Si ya tienes una palabrita con un sentido negativo que te está convirtiendo tu oración en negación, no una negación pura sangre, como decíamos ayer, porque tienes un done, and das, and dead, then, pero que por esa palabrita, ese sujetito, toda tu oración, aunque tenga una estructura afirmativa o positiva o que diga que sí, el sentido, deja tú la estructura, el sentido de la oración va a ser negativo. Y si ya tengo algo que es negativo, no le podría decir didn't go o was, perdóneme, o isn't o didn't go, porque sería doble negación. Entonces, nobody went to the meeting. Did they? Nadie fue a la junta, ¿o sí? Nothing is ready, is it? Nada está listo, ¿o sí? What do you think? Hay más o menos, acuérdate, si tengo una palabrita que me vuelve mi oración o mi statement, me lo envuelve en un contexto de negación o que lo vuelve negativo, que vuelve la oración a que diga que no, aunque no tenga un auxiliar base fijo que diga didn't, por ejemplo, yo ya no pongo mi tag question en negación, ni mi primera oración. No. ¿Sale? Por el contrario, también tenemos las negative question tags. If you have a positive statement, we are going to get a negative question tag. For example, you are a student. Aren't you? Oh no. He is very busy. Isn't he? He was very happy. Wasn't he? They were surprised. Weren't they? Here, this is easy because your verb to be is going to be the auxiliary verb. Yes, you are not going to be needing an auxiliary verb because the verb to be is its own auxiliary verb. The situation is going to be, for example, in present simple, past simple. You speak English. Don't you? Because remember that if I want to create a question with you speak English, it has to be, do you speak English? Well, I don't want a long question. I need a question tag. And in this case, for example, you speak English? Don't you? Don't, because that is the auxiliary verb that we have in present simple. He studies, and yes, indeed, we are going to be following the rules. As we have a sentence here, we need to use IES, OES, the letter S at the end of the verb because we are talking in third person. He studies Spanish. Doesn't he? Doesn't, because remember that doesn't is the auxiliary verb with he, she, it's in present simple. Doesn't he? Or you studied for the test, didn't you? And let me tell you that in negative auxiliaries and verbs in tags are usually in contracted form. We are going to be using contractions in your tag questions or in your question tags, okay? The contractions. Or for example, you have here, you have studied all week. Haven't you? Oh, you had arrived before he left. Haven't you? The same line, the same tense, the same auxiliary. You will pass the exam, won't you? You can speak 2 languages. Can't you? You could do it for me. Couldn't you? We must be patient. Mustn't we? You should go now. Shouldn't you? You would like a new job, wouldn't you? What do you think? This is easier because the same modal verb is going to be the auxiliary verb. If you want to create a question or a tag question. But let me tell you that also we are going to be having some exceptions. I am late. Aren't I? An exception forever. Remember, with the verb to be, I am, the exception and the correct negative tag is going to be aren't I? Or for example, let's go home. Shall we? Always that you have let's, you are going to be making use of this shall. And shall is going to be for possibilities also. Well, it is going to be part of the will and want. Always we are going to be having these situations here. From a positive sentence to a negative question tag, these are going to be some exceptions. Always, I am late, aren't I? Let's go home, shall we? But Angie, what's the reason? Obviously, we are going to be having a specific reason, but you know what? We are going to continue with that reasons tomorrow. I know it's a long topic, as you can see. Yes, but it is worth, really, it is worth. Vale la pena, va a valer la pena. Es de los temas que más se usan porque ¿quién no usa el o sí? O no. Exactly, but we need to know how to use it, okay? And it is little by little, step by step. Don't worry, it is going to be super easy for you. You can do it. You are going to learn it. Don't worry. But we will continue with this explanation tomorrow, okay? Very well. I have to say goodbye. But I will see you tomorrow again with this class. If you have any question, any situation, please let me know and I'm going to be helping you. Have a wonderful day and see you in our next class. Bye-bye.